They're lacking utility.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They needed like a guy to buff up their Terramaid, right?
As Fly Win, also known as Flyby, he's been doing a good job as the Abaddon here. Another hero that has a Dispel against the reflection of the Terrorblade.
September I haven't seen him in a while. I think just because there's been such a lull since TI, but he made some waves. I think playing with whatever the D-Stones lineup was that had some success.
The old Aster team.
Yeah, but he's definitely had potential, and I'm glad to see him on a real lineup. Nice last hit there by Immersion. Good gank made onto the puck. They find the
bad at being able to tank creep waves, right?
Yeah.
Having such high armor plus the illusions and
you
such.
just leave him down there. The problem is, again, it's a Wisp. So who does he go to play with, right?
Yeah.
It's an off lane of bad, and you're just kind of trading. You already have Disruptor up there.
September dead again.
Another rotation.
Just keeps on falling to the Terrorblade every single time he pops the Metamorphosis. Good rotation by Immersion. Set up, but as you said, phase shift.
Easy.
Makes it pretty easy. Now he's going to turn on to Urgon here. Urgon forced to stay underneath the coil and will quickly go invis.
You're never actually threatening puck, and if he just coils you, your invis, your move speed, that's all irrelevant.
And as a Quaswex Invoker, it's surprising that he's not moving around more, especially since his matchup is bad. Nograda in some trouble here. As the rotation comes from September, he's done with that top lane, and he's going to start making waves in mid. As Team Spirit, you should be kind of happy. You think they should have lost his laning phase even harder then?
Yes. Wow, they're going to take the outpost 2 versus 1. They reload.
Oh, the relocate in. That's going to be able to get behind Misha here and quickly execute him, but Super's quite low. They need a little bit more to catch Misha, and the Phantom Rush will do the trick. Same goes with Immersion. He'll fall RNG, just bringing more.
Now bots up on the puck, continuing to abuse this map mobility, and like we talked about in the pre-show, it's
There's
just so
the relocate into mid lane. They do have the coil out already onto Immersion. Now the counter coil coming from the Rubik. Really good control. They're going to be able to snap it on Super. Already killing him. Monet's in trouble as ILTW is able to focus him down pretty well, but he does manage to jump himself away to safety as Fly is going to be able to help him out. Now Immersion has gone a little bit too far in his hunt for that kill onto the Phantom Lancer, but it is still Team Spirit
far away from any tower, which means that still Spirit won't be able to get any pressure going.
Nograda just out of position here. The rest of his team is going to start making their way over to try and help him out. A tornado, a clean whiff, and Nograda, one more nuke. That's all they need, and they will be able to get it. But now Immersion rolling in does manage to hit the 2-man slow, but ILTW, he's now here, but he's already low enough that he's afraid of getting bursted down. So once again, Team Spirit just not able to do anything with those fights, except for the puck that went to the back line. What?
Because your big concern right now, if you look at the map, hang on.
Glimpse back, Urgon. He does have Immersion somewhere close by, but a kick isn't really going to do a whole lot. He knows that if he gets close, he's just going to be another glimpse target. Meanwhile, the relocate into the back lines catches Misha and has already burned Immersion out of all of his mana. And once again, another ally approaches the fight, but somebody's going to get glimpse off of this. They're going to give September the vision. Look for it. No glimpse opportunities. The TP buyback comes in from Misha. RNG call it quits. They say, no need to get too greedy here. We already forced a lot out of Team Spirit.
And I love that. You get defusal, what do? Go. That's hitting a timing in a nutshell.
Some like later big power spike that you're waiting for.
And look at the team fight items for Flydown. You already have the Vlad's advantage. Soon you'll have a pipe.
Oh, look at him. Just throwing out the shackles, making sure they're going to catch somebody out of this, especially with September in a position to be able to get a good glimpse. Good static storm. That's going to be able to control Urgon. Meanwhile, on the side, they're trying to beat down Monet, and they almost get him until a big heal comes out from Super, and they are able to jump away. Monet now back to full health, thinking to take the fight, but it's going to retreat a little bit. He wants to make sure this Metamorphosis doesn't allow Team Spirit to win a fight. They're going to try and catch this Abaddon. Monet going back into the side, trying to burn out Nograda, but as soon as he's focused on by ILTW, he backs it up, and now ILTW left very low HP. They're looking to be able to burst him down. It looks like the Doppelganger's just going to be too much. He can't fight. Oh, let's actually fight the real one. Enough AoE damage, and sure, maybe ILTW dies, but it's going to be one fight for Team Spirit as they look to be able to chase down more heroes. But Setsu, big burst damage in the back line, is going to be able to finish up Misha at least, and Fly has already healed up enough that they can go back in, catch these heroes with the glimpse. And already Team Spirit, they saw their opportunity. They thought they were going to be good, but Setsu comes in with the big AoE nukes, and Team Spirit very quickly fall apart after what they thought was going to be a win. Is Urgon might still be caught or puck. 5 seconds up for the blink dagger orb. Silence up, glimpse over to the side. That's going to just put him into a bad position where as long as they have something, and that is the something they needed. Look at that, September already on the move. He knows his team's got the free Roshan. Yep. He's going to teleport to the side lane and make sure to catch somebody, and there's going to be the rotations with the relocate as well as the puck trying to join him. September's already made sure they picked out the Bat Rider. Roll in from immersion. Oh, blocked out by Super, so he's not going anywhere. He's just food for Monet. Should be able to run down with the last bit of remnants of this double damage rune.
Second on Monet, then this gets a lot more difficult for Spirit. And dispel the pretty much everything. LTW's in trouble. No BKB.
He does have the Aphotic Shield stolen by Misha, helping him out. Nice tornado, but the pullback there, the glimpse, puts ILTW in an awkward position. Can he actually get off some sort of sunder? Nice. He's silenced up right now. Good timing there from September. The roll forward. Oh, blink forward by Setsu, almost blocking the roll. Instead, they're going to have to just get Misha instead of...
Like, well, what are you supposed to do? This is going to be a Rax.
Tornado going off. No EMP to follow it up. They need a little bit of pokes. They need to be able to burn out some of these heroes from RNG, because a straight 5-on-5 is not going to be good enough. You could see that dispel immediately coming out. EMP, nothing really coming of that. Immersion's going to be slowed down. It's Illusion seeing on top of Misha, trying to go for some sort of wraparound. Quickly gets caught by the puck, ends up dying. Non-Grana trying to play around the cliff here, but the coil's going to lock him in place, and the Rage Heroes will finish him off while Immersion is very much stuck as well. That's going to be 3 dead from the side of Team Spirit. Good tornado coming in, but it's not enough to save Immersion. 1 buyback already being used, and that's the Bat Rider. Weaver took a good effect of that last pick, but Team Spirit already kind of put themselves in that hole. Misha quickly cleaned up by Monet. They can try and hold them with Tornado as much as they want. Non-Grana's going to be stuck inside the Static Storm with the Kinetic Field. Meanwhile, Fly is actually going to drop it a little bit low. He still has his ultimate though. And ILTW almost burst it, does manage to get off that Sunder. And now Setsu in trouble. Do they have any AoE sort of control? Meanwhile, ILTW is battling out Monet, and he can't actually stand this fight because it's a delusion fight. He doesn't know which one is real, and eventually he will fall. Immersion. Okay, glimpse back on Ergon. It's not Immersion who dies, but Ergon very likely here is he already has the dust on him. He's not going to be able to go walk out of this one. September, beyond godlike disruptor.
My MVP for sure. This man has been everywhere.
Incredible performance to be sure, and it's not quite yet over as the Thunderstrike onto Non-Grana, keeping the vision. He glimpse over, make sure that he will fall again.
Spirit keeps trying to like poke in and poke out, but there's always a glimpse. And it's like watching it's like you ever watch a pack of wolves, you know, isolate someone from the herd. You don't even need to do the work of it. You just kind of teleport some calf out into the squad and they go to town. RNG.
Game, but I do want to know what Team Spirit needs to do in order to...
And the enemy team is unlikely to be able to invade your jungle in the first place. That build-up of both vision and... just drops the hammer immediately onto the Rubik. He's going to die as he comes back to the imprisonment, so that is a guaranteed kill. Nicely read, but Non-Grana is trying to get some vengeance here. He's going to be chased down September.
Astral.
And Astral is going to be able to save him. He needed to be able to chain another tornado, and he will be able to get it eventually. September is going to fall, but now Non-Grana has overcommitted, perhaps. Now he's stuck behind the tier 1 tower. It's almost there, no RP. And now the imprisonment turned around as ILTW is going to be forced away, especially with the relocate coming out. RNG, can they actually save Setsu here? Monet coming out, laying out the damage. The Avalanche slowing down to the right clicks onto Setsu, and Setsu's actually going to be fine. Turns around, imprisons up the mag. He's probably not going to die to the imprisonment, but he'll die to the last couple of shots needed from Monet.
Find kills as Spirit. Happened in the first game too. All of a sudden, the entire team RNG shows up.
Okay, well, Setsu was low, and now there is no IO around, so maybe they can't actually bring down Setsu. Tossing the Tiny up in the air. Please tell me they're going to be able to chain stun him. Oh, Super comes back. Now the heals come in, and all of a sudden Team Spirit realizes this is disaster. ILTW is going to be able to blink away. He will not. He gets tossed instead. Non-Grana comes back to a total massacre. Misha, don't even try and call the brace. Don't try and do anything. Just get out. Non-Grana should be dying here. Immersion actually Spirit did show themselves a little bit here, and somebody's going to get caught. It's going to be Immersion. Hexed and imprisoned. Maybe you're just going to chain imprisons here, build up some stacks. Or you'll just quickly, there we go. That's what I love about ODs. When you get these pickoffs, man, you have an Aghanim Scepter. Just
Oh my god.
yes, that is the nerf to Tiny, by the way.
Yep.
He does a lot less desolate damage to these towers than he used to, and he still chops them down very
quickly. They've been
quickly.
nerfing Tiny since 2011. He's still a problem.
Something inherently about this hero's toolkit is pretty strong, and Monet's just not slowing down. He says, God damn it, team spirit, you gotta fight us. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep going. And Team Spirit obviously feel very bad about their team fight right now. Feel like they can't take the team fight, and they're just gonna let a melee Rax fall.
All right.
No Brewmaster ults, no RPs.
You did get an Imp Claw, though, on the Anti-Mage, so that's just a free 2,000 gold item, no problem. Had to reload right on top of them, and now you're probably going to lose your Wisp. Unless RNG, they want to fight this. It's tough, though. All team fight ults up.
They are going to be able to get super with the tether. Then Winter's Curse holding him in place immediately. Even though it wasn't really needed, he pops the ultimate. Now Setsu still full HP. Does manage to get the 2-man RP here. Can ILTW burn a lot of this mana to be able to get off a good ultimate? Unfortunately, Setsu still pretty healthy. Turns around, drops the hammer. Sure enough, that is going to be... Well, the turnaround from the Rubik helps not really at all. It doesn't help a tiny little bit because Team Spirit has still lost the fight without really killing anybody important. All they got was that IL. Well, he's like, this game's over. He went for the 100 purification AoE instead of the 90 GPM. He's saying this game isn't going to last long enough to make use of 90 GPM.
He's like a 22-year-old American, Cap. There's no reason to worry about your social security. You're not going to need it. And by that I mean you're not going to get it, because RNG, they're going to close this one out with time to spare. It's 16 and a half minutes, and they're on tier 4s, and like you can't even defend this. You can't fight.
So pretty much everyone was talking about it. Everyone was thinking it. How is Team Spirit going to be able to fight RNG, especially if they are at all behind in this game in the first 20 minutes? And RNG really proven that they just can't. Going straight for the throne, forcing Team Spirit in one last bitter defense here. But Nangrata already dying, and by back, he's left out from the imprisonment. They can't even get close to these heroes in time. Winter's Curse going to go down on Setsu. Mine is actually laying damage into him, so Setsu's going to get a little low until he gets healed up by the back, and now he's all fine, well and good. He turns around, finish off Nangrata. Die back for him. Come up, immersion, also dead, and hey, backdoor protection is online.
Hey, no, Anti-Mage, he cut mid.
Good job.
This could be what they need to get back into this, Cap.
Okay, well, can they actually take the team fight while the heroes are gone? It's a 3 versus 3 inside the base, but unfortunately Ergon has been abandoned by his supports, and now they call it.